That is a truck route. The truck route is not getting off the boat in Vineyard Haven and going to Oak Bluffs over the temporary bridge, which we call the Badonk Bridge, because when you go over it and a truck goes badonk, badonk. It's like the big dig.
Yeah, exactly.
The state's going to pay $1 million, but who's going to pay for this tree, that tree, and probably
That's right.
this tree's going to have to go because the branches are so far out.
If anybody touches that tree, this tree is one of the most beautiful trees on the island. And if anybody dares touch that tree, I don't know, ballistic, it may not even cover it.
Well, you better take a picture of them because they'll probably disappear. I couldn't stand by and see him do it and then bounce over that thing when it comes in. It's not going to be attractive. They can't put greenery or tree in the middle of it. Those trees over in the corner of Sandra Lippin's, they're going to have to go if this goes through, and they're beautiful old trees. You know, people come down here because the vineyard's a vineyard and it's got a blinker light. Christ, there's not even a stoplight here, and now they want to put in a roundabout.
They put one in Clearwater, and it didn't even last a year. They took it out. There were so many accidents.
There's one gal that comes around with the 3 selectmen, and at every meeting that I went to, and she gets up and God bless her, she says it's a great thing. It's a great thing for small cars. You have to understand the principle of a roundabout. This is 1 lane, it's not 2. It's not 2 lanes, it's 1 lane. And that makes it even worse. We just went down to the Steamship Authority. That's a 2-laner, and I was still up on the curb, okay? I had the benefit of 2 lanes. But I would be on the curb the whole time. I would be up on that thing if it was in one lane.
But people come here because there are no roundabouts, because there are no major traffic lights, you know, and they think we're crazy because we have to wait at the height of the season for 5 or 10 minutes, you know? I mean, this is, and in this economy, this is a wasteful project, a wasteful project.
See, you got me sold. I think it's a bad idea.
It took them longer to build it than it lasted in circulation. They ended up ripping it out. Nobody knew how to use it.
Look at all these trucks. It's gonna be hard for them to negotiate that roundabout. If I'm a bicyclist and I'm coming from Oak Bluffs and I want to head out towards the airport, I have to get in the roundabout and be with the trucks, or am I going to use the crosswalks at the mercy of the drivers that are in a hurry to get through the roundabout?
They keep saying that people who signed 3,000 people who signed 2 petitions didn't know what they were signing. I don't know what's not clear about, do you want to stop the roundabout?
It doesn't seem like a wise move. All the studies about roundabouts have not included a parallel bicycle path. None of the data that the state has provided about how great roundabouts are include bike paths or sidewalks or crosswalks. And in fact, any mention, and I've looked at this, any mention of pedestrians and roundabouts include traffic lights to stop the roundabout traffic, to allow the pedestrians to cross.
I mean, I've been out there, I've done it, Jesus, thousands of times, not hundreds of times. I have a building at the airport. We have a warehouse at the airport, and we're constantly going back and forth at the airport industrial park, which is very, very busy. That's where all the gas plants are, the bottled gas guys, and the propane guys, if that's what you want to call it. And there's oil guys out there, and all kinds of light manufacturing. It's where, you know, if you haven't been out there to take a ride through, it's pretty impressive. There's lumber yards and et cetera, et cetera. There's an awful lot of truck traffic that goes out there. But tons of truck traffic that goes to Edgartown. It shouldn't be poo-pooed. The whole town of Edgartown, everything gets there in a truck. You got, I don't know how many Stop and Shops. That's probably the busiest Stop and Shop in the whole system. Carol's running trailers back and forth there every day. God knows how many a day. Never mind the soda people, the Pepsi, all the heavy trucks. It's thinking ahead. You know, I cannot understand why the town of Oak Bluffs, it just makes no sense to me that they think that this is a safety deal. Somebody hits that the wrong way, they'll flip the truck over. No doubt about it. Because you can see from down here up 6 inches, and if you weren't thinking about it, boom. There's not much that holds a tractor onto a trailer. It's a little pin.
I know, I was just trying to think who I could hit over the head with a rock to wake them up. You know, the Board of Selectmen are good fellows. They're good fellows, but they don't have a CDL license.
But they're still going to throw money at this, and if they think the state's going to pay for the whole thing, the lights, the maintenance, the signage, they're nuts. This is going to turn into the big dig, and it is not necessary. And by God, everybody was up in arms 10 years ago, then 5 years ago. And, you know, they thought it would all gone away. And, you know, here we go again.
And the mentality with the roundabout is go, go, go. Somebody's going to get hurt. And then we're going to have a stop sign and a roundabout. Or a stop sign and a roundabout and lifted tables and signals.
I want to try and prove that they could rent from United Rentals. They can rent a stoplight, and we could see how the stoplight works.
Exactly. And
Okay.
there's never been a fatality here.
Yeah.
Never.
And the answer I've gotten from the Northeast Pennsylvania Commission is that, well, it's okay because the bicyclists can stop on the splitter island. What they want us to do is cross half the road, stop in the middle, and then let the courteous drivers let us go the rest of the way. The Commission, the town of Oak Bluffs, and the state of Massachusetts is in love with this roundabout idea, and they haven't really considered any other options.
Because there's money there doesn't mean you have to do something.
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You never see a cop out there in the afternoon. And the chief of police looked at that night. We were at the hearing at the high school, and he said, "Oh, put a cop out there, it'd probably slow things down worse." Well, it would if you sent a summer cop out there. We all know that. But if you send a real policeman out there with a whistle who doesn't think it's a joke, they could speed things up. An hour here, an hour there. They're out there every morning, okay? Trying to grab people on the way to the boat going too fast. They do have police. You see them talking to each other in Circuit Avenue. You know, I respect the selectmen. The Barneses originally started out in the town of Oak Bluffs, Cottage City, Wadman Park, all over the place. And, you know, Everett Rogers and the senior Ben Davids and Joe Sylvia, and nothing like this would have ever happened. And I know the kids are raised hell down there. No doubt about it. It's got to be lit up like a Christmas tree. It'll look like a wedding cake. Get ready or try and stop it. And they get some affordable housing on the corner, and the headlights will be going right into them, unless, of course, they want to build a wall, but they better light that thing up at night. People that don't know it's there until they get to know. And if they put lights in the ground, they're going to bust them up with the trucks. And it's just I can't believe that everybody isn't totally up in arms, you know? You imagine what it's like taking a truck through Edgartown. You know, you got to be a pretty good truck driver. Through Main Street, these guys that are delivering, you know, everybody that's on vacation, I probably do the same thing when I'm in Florida. They're walking out in the middle of the streets, you know? This is one more problem.
And then you've got the local trucks. Never mind all the big business trucks, you've got the local trucks, all the workers, and how many times has a sheet of plywood or a bunch of 2x4s or a 5-gallon can of paint been dropped right here, or something where the traffic is stopped and people have to get out, or somebody stalls and a bunch of guys jump out and move the car, you know, move it out of the way. And then you've got emergency vehicles coming through.
We don't have a stopping mechanism. How are we going to do it? Right now they're doing it. That's what they're doing. You know, everybody, we do this harmoniously. It's fantastic. What happens if we have one accident? Just one. After that roundabout is built. Just one accident, and we're going to have a stopping mechanism. We're going to have a stop sign, a light, a raised table, something. And that's hindsight.
They probably would have to widen the whole road so you could go by while they're building half, then they'd close it. I don't know. And it would probably take a long time. I can't believe it's happening, and it's got to be serious, you know? And everybody probably thinks I'm nuts because I took a trailer truck out there and made a couple of U-turns, you know? But that's exactly what you have to do. The problem is with the entrances, unless it's really, then it's a rotary, you know? There's not enough room there for a rotary. Unless you want to take out Lippens, they're going to have to pay Lippens. God bless her. They deserve it. You've been there for 30 years. She provides a good service, centrally located, fair price.
Don't want to have us wake up in the morning and find this coyote ugly roundabout here and, you know, realize that we had our beer goggles on.
I don't know if there's any moths over there. Christ, they'd probably stop it if they thought there were some moths flying around in there. But I don't know where we're at in the garden club. You know, in the old days, in the 60s and 70s, something like this happened. The garden club would be out waving the flag, jumping up and down. We would be having protests. There'd be people lying down in front of trucks, I guess. Or, you know, but things have changed here now. It's a shame. I guess I'm a weirdo. But there's a couple of us weirdos left. And, you know, there's Peter Goodale. God bless him. He came out with a high lift. And I told him to go get a cement mixer, but he says he thinks we got the point across with the stuff we did with my truck. I think Greg Carroll's off island, and I'd love to see one of those Bruno's straight jobs pulling a trailer, a sort of a bobby trailer, go around there, the garbage guys, because Bruno's is out there at the airport too. There's garbage trucks running in and out and all over the place, and they don't want to get hung up in a roundabout. It's a bad idea. That's all I can say.
On this corner for 30 years, and I sort of know what goes on here. You know, nobody listens to me, but I do know what goes on here.
Good work.